Hey folks, this is Ben with Ben's Campers here in Monongahela, PA. Today's an exciting day. We are going to move this 1952 Imperial Spartanet about 150 miles back to my shop from Tityute, PA, where it has been since about 1960, to Monongahela, about an hour south of Pittsburgh. So mostly highway, mostly open driving. Today we have an honorary guest, the famous Clint Cox, our renowned Spartan hauler and the Spartan whisperer, who has graciously showed up here to get this unit ready for the road as best as we can. So I wanted to film that process, but you know, we get caught up in the work and clearing this thing out, and it just doesn't work out that way. So I want to show you what we've done to make this unit roadworthy. So I've done a few videos in this unit. We did have a new tongue installed, not today. That was actually earlier in the spring. And the frame and everything under this is looking pretty good. It is nice and solid. So definitely we had to pull all our wheels and tires, pull all our hubs, you know, all the bearings and everything needed repacked, a little bit of brake servicing, and we had to do that obviously on all four wheels. Let's go around the other side. So you can see the angle we are sitting at. The earth here is very soft, so the jacks and the blocks all want to sink. The unit, this coach was sitting very low to the ground. So here we have our nice new wheels and tires. We got our bearings repacked, and we've got our grease points greased up. Everything, you know, you do as best you can to make this unit safe for the road. So Clint is no amateur. We definitely trust his work and judgment on this one, and excited to get this thing home. I'll link the original video of when I purchased this coach in the description here, if you want to see that kind of as found. That was this spring. There was still snow on the ground. We'll take a quick look inside. So part of the process getting this ready to move was removing a porch. You see the residue of that on the roof line there. A porch, and it had a little room built onto it. This is a cool badge. I know I've showed that in the other videos of this unit. So this coach was in the same family for a long time. We're definitely sitting on an angle here. Everything's disarrayed in here. We're going to get everything squared away to go down the road. But this unit, this coach, in what's considered very good condition for what it is. Keep in mind this is well over 70 years old. I don't want to walk too far back there right now. We're up on the jack still. The majority of the water damage in this one up front, the living area, but very complete, very original. So I'm definitely saying my prayers on this one. We're going to go ahead and maneuver this unit out of here. So let's get to it. First time she's been hitched up in a long time. So we got to test Joe the welder's expertise on that tongue. What year is your truck, Clint?
2000.
2000 F350?
Yeah.
7.3 in there?
Yeah.
5-speed?
6-speed, yeah.
6-speed.
Yeah.
Well, it's a lot better than what they had in 52. Jesus. Well, it didn't break in half. Look at that. Now the fun begins, huh?
Yeah, we need to fill in the cold.
Yeah. All right, let's get to work. Okay, we're going to going to bring the coach over. Jeez. Wild. Wild. Yeah, you definitely bought 3 feet on this side. Jesus. It's crazy to see that big thing move around like a little toy. Pray for it, guys. Pray for it. Pray for it. Pray for it. Pray for it. Oh my goodness. I'm glad I got that on video. Jeez. That was the wildest shit I've ever seen.
It's alive.
That was... Ooh, that got the heart going for a second, buddy. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to censor that one for YouTube. Now that's a shot right there, buddy. Okay folks, we are back at the shop with the Imperial Spartanet. I am absolutely thrilled that this coach is here. Remember, this thing hasn't seen another location since JFK was president. It has been in that spot since 1960, so that was quite an adventure yesterday. A lot of work, but actually went a lot smoother than I pictured to get that out of there. I'm really grateful to Clint Cox and his helper for helping us yesterday. They really worked hard, and I know that he values these coaches the way that I do, and was, preserving it, not damaging it is very important to him. So we owe him a debt of gratitude. Having it here out of that site really gives me the opportunity to look at this thing closely and decide, what I'm going to do with it. I have some really great ideas I'll share with you. There's going to be a video series on this unit, so hit subscribe if you like this thing, because you are going to be seeing quite a bit of it. Going to do a restoration on this coach, and we'll document that process. But let's take a look around this thing now that it's not, 6 inches off the ground in the dirt like it was. Our new tongue, professionally installed by Mobile Welding Solutions out of Southwest PA. Did excellent, just the way it's supposed to, stayed nice and rigid. So I do have a parts Spartanet here that has a lot of little bits and pieces that this unit needs, such as the KD 540 marker lights and this rub rail. On this unit, this is steel, which is rusted. On my parts unit and on a lot of these, they were aluminum. So thankfully, I do have that available, as it is kind of unobtainium. One thing I noticed on this coach, all of the aluminum has been painted or coated with like a tar, like a silver roofing tar. So all of that is going to need stripped off. That's going to be a job. Not looking forward to that, but that is something I will do for this unit. That broken window I also have a replacement for with my parts coach. But otherwise, the aluminum looking very good. A couple dents, but obviously this unit hasn't been on the road. This coach hasn't been on the road much in its life. A lot of things come to mind when I see the rear end of one of these. I call this thing Big Booty Judy. I'm sure you have your own imagination on that one, but it's got quite a rump. Very clever engineering and design out of the Spartan Aircraft Company. Again, the tail lights, you know, I have the replacements. These rub rails, I have those in aluminum. Again, unobtainium. Nice power wash. This thing will really look sharp. My next step with this, we're going to get it cleaned up outside with the power washer, maybe get some chemicals on it. And I'm going to drop the underbelly, do some spray foam, get the running light harness hooked up, get all these KD 540s on there and restored, have all the running lights and brakes working. The rear door is silicone shut. I could not get it open, so we'll get that open. And you can see, you know, where that room was on there, the residue from the tar there. We're going to get that off of there as my first order of business. Up on the roof, that's going to be quite difficult. That's a lot of tar. It's very difficult to remove that stuff. Some of this rail we got banged up when we were putting on the tires. That's the, it's just corner rail that holds the underbelly up. So nothing too detrimental there. So I have, again, a lot of ideas how we're going to go about restoring this thing, and, you know, the steps that we're going to take. It's obviously not going to happen overnight. It's really a 2-year project, I would say. So I am in a place where I can invest the time and money into this. Well, time's going to be tough, but we'll make it work, you know, take it one step at a time. I am kind of being called to restore this thing. Usually I just sell travel trailers and coaches, as you see by my channel. But, you know, we've done some restorations you guys have seen over the years. This badge, that is so epic. See, the Kinzu Bridge in Kane, PA, has collapsed and is now the famous skywalk. It ends about, you know, where my finger is, and it's just this big, pretty overlook. It's very popular in the fall, especially. But it used to be an active railroad bridge. So obviously in 52, that's what it was, and I think it fell in the year 2000. You know, being an aircraft aluminum trailer, the exterior on this thing all riveted like an airplane. Love these things. I have a replacement handle for that rear one that's bad. Even the door is in epic shape. You know, the screen's going to need rebuilt. Let's go ahead and go inside. Let's step inside, shall we? Cleaned it up, tidied it up a little bit. Again, you know, it really highlights the condition and what needs work, what looks pretty good. Nothing improves the condition of something like cleaning it, though. I started wiping down some of the birch cabinets there. Big difference. I definitely can tell that this will be a place that I would like to spend a lot of time here at the shop rather than working. So that's a serious thing to consider when I consider keeping this down here to restore. You know, I can't have it pulling me away from my business duties. But where to start? So up front, you know, very large galley area. Obviously, it's not without its water damage. You know, my next step, too, is going to be determining what we're going to do about that, who I can resource to help me with that restoration. But we have the original sofa sleeper. It is actually in good condition. The foam in the cushions is worn out. I think a professional furniture restoration company can save it. So that will be part of the restoration of this coach. It's not, you know, the fabric isn't brittle or coming apart anywhere that I noticed. Up front, you know, you have the beautiful overhead cabinets. You have that thick glass mirror. You have these. Those are vents actually for smoking back in the day. Smoking your cigar, and those are the switches for them. Very cool. I love this thing. Swivel lights. Couple storage compartments there. Here we have some original Kinzu and, you know, Western PA, Central PA type of literature from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. So very cool. This is an original table, drop leaf table with 2 chairs. Again, you know, going to need restored, at least the chairs. Going to have a couple sections of floor that need spliced in as well. The majority of the water damage up front. The galley, you know, kitchen area where the cabinets are have been largely spared. I would turn the lights on for you, but the cord to plug it in we left up there by mistake. It's borderline unsafe anyways, so it's got a goofy plug receptacle on it to plug in, so going to replace that in short order as well. We'll get the electrician here to make this safe with a ground, which it didn't have. Got the famous Dixie stove. Again, that will need restored, at least cleaned up. It's pretty nice. Started wiping these overhead cabinets. You know, that light there, epic. Love that. Here are what the switches look like in a Spartan. Got the crushed ice for mica. Nice big double bowl sink. And I know a lot of people will say, do the black and white floor tile. That is actually not period correct for this. That was actually pretty rare in its day. What is period correct for the early 50s is just kind of this marnoleum, I think they call it. This is an original furnace. Yeah, you know, stuff like this will clean up. It's very difficult to get off of there, but we will clean it up. And you have an original Frigidaire made by General Motors, which does work, actually. Just freezes everything. Pretty cool. Again, needing restored. And we go into the first bedroom, separated by a pocket door. Very cool overhead cabinets. I love this thing in here. Love the pretty wood. Another smoker's vent with a switch, and you have a great little galley area, you know. Makeup tray there. Love the light fixtures. Love the rounded cabinetry there. Plenty of closets. And this would be another pocket door, but it is missing. It might be stuck back in there. I don't know. And in the rump, you have a very round bedroom area. Original mattresses under there, original beds. The nightstand there. Love it. And we did have a little bit of a casualty. Unfortunately, the toilet tank cover there did fall and break. I should have known better than to leave that there. Wasn't thinking about it. The bathroom in this unit, in this coach, definitely needs restored. If I really get into it, I am probably going to remove this entire bathroom and do a modern twist. I mean, it'll have maybe some vintage charm to it, but really a modern look, I think, would be more appropriate for this. The big future that, you know, a unit like this is going to see is going to be an Airbnb rental. Very popular right now. I'm really... yeah, saddened that fell and broke. I know a lot of people have asked me for those over the years because that's a common thing to happen, and it also chipped the porcelain tub there, unfortunately. But again, you know, that's as cool as that toilet may be. It's inefficient. I mean, it takes like 3 gallons of water to flush. It's really not what you need. Looks cool, not practical. More of those epic light fixtures. Love it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That was something. Really excited to have this here. I can't get over looking out here and we see the backdrop to our the back field here where we put some of the travel trailers that I have for sale. In this case, you know, will this ever be for sale? Yeah, probably at some point, but right now I'm not worried about that. I want to get it cleaned up and get some restoration work started on it. See what we can do. So appreciate you guys watching as always. Please hit subscribe. You'll see the progress on this one as well as the other great travel trailers that we have for sale at the shop and all the different adventures we get into. So hit subscribe. Appreciate you guys as always. God bless.